unplug this. It's not cooperating. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of better sound, so that is not cooperating. That's okay. We will keep going. So, you guys know, if you just started following me, maybe you don't, but my mission in life is to help other people become a better version of themselves, whether it's by building more self-esteem, more confidence, losing weight, doing whatever it is that they need to help become a better, more happier, fulfilled version of themselves. So, today I wanted to talk about building each other up. So, I know that you probably hear it all the time, and it's like, it's just probably done to death or beat to death with a stick, and everybody's always talking about, oh, you have to lift everybody up, you have to lift each other up. And really, I mean, it's a good idea, it's a great idea, but how often do we do it? How often do we really take a minute in and do that kind of thing? We're told all the time about the power of words. The power of what you tell somebody is going to change how they feel. In essence, you could literally tear somebody down in 2 seconds by what you say to them. But in the same token, you can lift somebody up and make them feel great, like just literally make their entire day by saying a few simple kind words, by paying them a compliment. So I want to focus a little bit about that today. So we hear about the power of words. We hear about, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. We're constantly flooded in our social media by, negativity, negative words. People are always, bragging about how proud they are to be badass bitches, etc. If you have kids in the room, FYI, if you don't already know that, I drop a couple of bombs here and there. It's just part of who I am. So if that's your thing, come back and watch it later. All right, but here is the reality. We take pride in our unkind acts. We take pride in, oh, I told that so-and-so and I straightened them out. And we're proud of the unkind acts, but we keep the kind acts to ourselves, or we don't really take action often enough to be kind to other people. We're really quick to tear another person down, especially, I feel, women. We are so good at that we're like, well, who does she think she is? And why is she wearing that? Who does she think she is? She shouldn't be wearing that. And can you believe we say those things all the time. And I know personally, I've been there too. I've been that person. So I'm not sitting here judging or anything like that, because I've been there. And that was when I knew that I had to put a wall up to protect myself so that I wouldn't be hurt by somebody else. So I wouldn't be offended by the idea that, oh my God, she has the strength and the power and the courage to wear that. I don't have that courage. So let me tear her down, and that way I can feel better about myself. And that's for me. I know I did a self-check. I can call myself out on that. And honestly, my challenge to you today is, are you part of that haters club? Are you boasting about how badass of a bitch you are, or are you helping lift other women up? Do that self-check. How often are you talking about other people in a negative tone? And then compare how often you're paying people compliments. Are you loving on people, or are you tearing them down? I did that self-check, and I realized, you know what? I'm not a very nice person. No wonder I am so lonely. No wonder I don't have very many friends. Who's going to want to be friends with somebody who is a shitty person to someone else? Even if it's a thought that crosses your mind underneath your breath. You mumble something, you say something, you even think it like, did she really just wear that? Did she really just, wow, who does she think she is? That's a big one. Who does she think she is? And we also negative self-talk ourselves about people are going to think, who does she think she is? So when I challenge you today to go out there and boost your own self-confidence and self-esteem, it's going to be by you filling somebody else's cup. Because here's the thing. If you can't give to somebody else, the universe isn't going to give it back to you. I am a firm believer in that what you put out, the kind of energy you put out into the universe, is what comes back to you. So here's my challenge. Find someone you can uplift today. It's so simple, right? It's so simple, yet it can be hard. And if you are like me, it's definitely going to take you out of your comfort zone to go up to somebody and pay them a compliment. hardest thing in the world for me was to go up to somebody 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and say, hey, I like your shirt. Because number one, I'm an introvert at heart and I'm afraid to talk to people. But number two, I didn't want her to think I was a weirdo. I didn't want somebody to be like, who is this chick and why is she, like, who cares? Why is she trying to be nice all of a sudden? Why is she so fake? Like, those were all thoughts that crossed my mind and that held me back from paying somebody a genuine compliment. Like, I was afraid of that rejection that comes, or the idea of rejection that comes whenever you're about to open your mouth and say something kind to somebody else. So find somebody out there. It takes literally 2 seconds, and it takes a lot of courage to step out of your comfort zone and pay someone a compliment. Let somebody know how much you appreciate them. That's also something so hard. Maybe you can tell somebody they look great in a shirt, and maybe you actually even mean it. But it takes a whole lot more courage to step out of your comfort zone and tell somebody that you care about how much you really appreciate them, and be specific about what it is that you appreciate. For example, you can say, hey mom, thanks for dinner, that was great. But hey mom, thank you so much for, gosh, I didn't realize how much time you take to really think about and prepare such a nice meal, and the effort and everything that goes into it. I know that it comes from the heart. Like, just when you go into specific detail like that, not just, hey, thanks mom, that was great, and you really tell her how much you appreciate all the little fine details and how you pay attention to what they really are doing for you, that evokes emotion in me. Just pretending to say that to somebody, to my mom or my, somebody, like, and I'm not even in front of that person. Can you imagine how much you're gonna build somebody up by saying those kind words to them and letting them know how much you really do pay attention to what they do for you in their life? That right there, my friends, is going to help build your self-esteem and your confidence, because you're filling somebody else's cup. When you start filling somebody else's cup, it comes back to you 100-fold. So let me tell you that be kind to somebody without expecting something in return. It takes a little bit of time, but a whole lot of courage. So this will fill up your cup and fill their cup at the same time. This takes 2 seconds to help lift somebody else up and make them feel good, but the universe is going to start seeing it. And the more you do that, you guys, it's going to come back to you. If you're in a place where I was 3 years ago, where I was no friends, I was such an introvert, I was afraid of talking to people, I definitely was not the nicest person in the book, and I definitely bragged about being a badass bitch. I did. I was not nice. I was not kind. I was not lifting other people up. And I got that same energy back. I had haters, I was part of that haters club too. I had people trying to tear me down, and who does she think she is, and what, she's so fake, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of those unkind things were coming back to me because that's the kind of person that I was. And, again, nobody's perfect, but here's the thing. If you want to build self-esteem, if you want to build confidence, you have to start by doing it for others. For that person that you think, this one's the most challenging, the one person that you think doesn't even freaking deserve it. When you can lift somebody up that you think they don't even deserve it, that's when you know that you're on the right track. When you're doing that and have the courage enough to take your words and fill that person's cup up, I'm telling you, it's going to come back 100 times. So I hope you guys take this challenge today. If you're in on my challenge, I want you to just put those little emoji hands up and do it today. Share this video, because I want to help other women just like me who were in that place find a way to build that self-confidence. Because 4 years ago, I had zero confidence. You would not have caught me here talking to strangers live on Facebook or Instagram. That would not be happening. That was not my thing. I was afraid of what other people would think and what unkind words would come my way, and people would think about, oh my, she has no room to talk. She's the biggest bitch of them all. Like, those were thoughts and realities then. So I tell you now to take this challenge. I took this challenge when my mentor, Darren, put this out for me 3 years ago. And you know what? I haven't stopped since. I haven't stopped trying to fill somebody else's cup since. That moment when you see somebody smile and light up because you gave them a compliment, you're like, holy crap, that lights something up inside you. That makes you feel so good, and you feel like, wow, if you can feel that good all day, I'm telling you, the feeling you get from it is unique, and you can't get it any other way. So go out there and do it and see what that glimmer does for you. All right, so that's my challenge for you guys today for our Feel Good Friday episode. Thank you for joining me. We will be back on Friday with our Feel Good Friday episode. Also join me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays I have Health Tip Tuesday, and Thursday I have a Turn It Around treat. Usually I go live and share something that is typically unhealthy, but I change it and kind of tweak it to make a little healthier version. Don't let me forget, Mondays I'm starting a Busy Mom Tips Monday, so join me for that if you're a busy mom trying to find hacks and shortcuts to make time for you in your life, because you matter. All right, you guys, a little bit of believe in yourself, love you, have an amazing rest of your Friday. It is Friday, ain't no reason to be sad today. It is Friday. Take a step outside and have some sun. I love you guys. Please share this video, like and subscribe to my page so that you keep getting these notifications and you don't miss out. And I don't miss out on you. All right, thank you for hopping on live. I appreciate you. I love you. Have an awesome day.